Another day, another electric stock on the radar, and this time it's Workhorse, ticker symbol WKHS. That is up over 100% in just 5 days. Their mission here is to change the way the world works, and it seems that a lot of speculators and investors are buying into their story recently. This stock was actually the #1 most bought stock on the Robinhood platform on June 24th out of all of the stocks out there in the market, so that tells you that there's some big interest here, especially when it comes to beginner investors. Now, unlike some of my other more recent hype stocks that I've talked about, especially in this space, this company actually IPO'd quite a while ago, and their recent price movement hasn't even sent them back to their previous all-time highs that the stock hit back in 2016 at around $11 per share. So what's all the rage about with this stock? Why is the stock all of a sudden now picking up steam and making these massive gains day after day? Could this really be a stock that could double, triple your money in the short term? Or is this just going to be another pump and dump play where most investors end up losing out? Well guys, I spent a few hours researching into this company. I think I found out why the stock is rallying, especially the last couple of days, and why I think it actually has potential to keep rallying for at least the next couple of weeks. So we're going to discuss that in the video, and I'm going to share with you my thoughts on this business, and we're also going to look at their balance sheet, which, fair warning, is not one of the better ones I've seen. But anyways guys, if you enjoy this content, you know exactly what to do. Smash that like button down below, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so any new videos that I release, whether it's these kind of stocks, 3 stocks I'm buying, anything on the channel, you will be notified of that if you hit that bell. So the way I structure my videos, if this is your first time here on the channel, is I talk about the business for a bit, we look at some of the future prospects of the business, look at some of their fundamentals, and then I will actually share with you what my thoughts are on this stock. So guys, let's get started. The company is mainly after the last mile delivery market, which is an $18 billion market in the US. Their primary focus is to create these electric delivery trucks that companies like UPS, FedEx, or other delivery services can use instead of traditional gas-powered trucks that I'm sure all of us have seen on the roads. They state that there's about 350,000 of these gas trucks purchased annually, and each sells for about $50,000 or so, so there's a good market here for them to come in and disrupt. As far as I can tell, the other companies that play in this EV space that we've talked about on the channel, like Nikola, Tesla, NIO, and Helion, aren't really interested in this particular segment of the market, so it does give Workhorse an opportunity here to be the leader and dominant player in this space. The company is going to target customers like Walmart and Amazon and other big retail giants that have their own trucks, as well as worldwide postal services like DHL, FedEx, UPS, and other more local companies that are individual to certain countries. At the bottom here, we can see that there's going to be a few different offerings, the C series if you will, and this depends on the customer and their needs. What's very interesting here about this company is that they aren't just all talk. They do have some of their trucks fully electric on the road today. They say that over 400 trucks are on the road today and have driven a combined 5 million miles, so this is a pretty strong position that they're in. These trucks on the road were part of a joint venture with UPS, and they have made significant improvements to their first-gen trucks from all the data and testing results they obtained from this. The trucks are now a lot lighter, more efficient, have longer range, and charge quicker as well, which are all things you want to see continually improve in any electric-related company and product, because this gives customers a bigger reason to switch over from a traditional gas-powered truck. Think about it from the large companies' perspectives like UPS or FedEx. They have to have a very compelling reason to purchase hundreds or thousands of these trucks to replace their existing investments that they've made in their gas-powered fleet. Of course, the two biggest things that they're going to think of is cost savings and time savings. And on that note, Workhorse is actually working on some software here to help with efficiencies. Not only do they have an order of around 1,000 trucks for their next generation C trucks from UPS, they also have telematics and drones that they're working on. The telematics system is designed to help with optimizing routes and performance and pretty much helping the company make their deliveries more efficient. And this is something that can save these companies tons and tons of time. You may not realize it, but even a few minutes saved can mount to thousands of dollars in savings for these massive giants. And if they can replicate this on some major routes that they're spending a lot of money on, that alone could make purchasing products from Workhorse, including their trucks and their software, well worth it. Now the drone venture looks like it's very ambitious here. It's kind of a far-fetched project here, and I wouldn't put too much faith in this personally for this panning out, but one positive thing about this is that they did get FAA approved, so that's a good step in the right direction here, but again, not something that really intrigues me too much when I look at this business for an investment. I also want to add that I like this business has their factory story in check, and because they are mature compared to other recently hyped EV companies, they have capacity in their Ohio plant to produce 60,000 chassis a year, so they are ready to scale when the orders start flowing in. So that kind of brings us to today, and it's kind of, in my opinion, the turning point potential for the company, or catalyst if you will. You're probably wondering, especially if you looked at the history of this stock, why is it all of a sudden picking up so much steam and why is it rallying now versus any of the last few months? Well guys, after doing a lot of digging, I think I found the reason. So USPS, which is the United States Postal Service, issued an RFP to upgrade their fleet and sent out this RFP back in December 2019, which Workhorse applied for. Now this RFP was supposed to close in March and a winner was supposed to be picked, but it got pushed back and the new closing date is now July 14th, which is just a few weeks away. And guess what? This is supposed to be a $6 billion opportunity for whoever wins this deal, and if it is Workhorse that wins it, it could really set them up for continued success for many years to come and could be the catalyst that this company desperately needs. Workhorse did create a prototype for USPS for this truck, and they have built about 6 of them so far for this company to play around with to see if it is something that they want. But now the bottom line is that things are looking pretty good. The deal is expected to close very soon, and they are in a good position to potentially win this business. That's why I think the stock is popping so much recently. Maybe there was some news that got leaked as them being the potential candidate here to win, or maybe it's just speculation that investors are expecting this company to win. But either way, I feel that they're well positioned here to be a very strong contender for this new $6 billion contract. July 14th is just a few weeks away, and we could see a lot of hype building up into this stock as we approach that date and as we get the anticipation of, are they going to win it? Are they going to win it? Because as you're going to see in a second when we look at their balance sheet, $6 billion makes a huge difference for this company. Here you can see that their revenues are almost non-existent today, while they keep losing money year after year consistently. They need to keep raising money, so what does the company do? They keep diluting shareholders. Their share counts have gone from around 4 million to around 70 million in just a few years, so there's some intense dilution that's happened here with this company. Their balance sheet is also not that great, with around 17 million in cash, 24 million in current assets, and 44 million in total assets, and this compares to the current liabilities of 39 million and total liabilities of 66 million, so the total assets are dwarfed by their total liabilities. This does concern me because not only does it make me question the future health of this business, but more likely than not, they're gonna have to raise cash, and guess what? That means that more dilution is probably coming and shareholder value is going to drop even further. But really, at the end of the day, fundamentals aside, I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's true, fundamentals aside for this company right now, it all depends on this USPS deal. That's $6 billion. That can really shape the future of this company. That can really set this company up for massive success in the future, make it a huge player that's kind of embedded in the space, and this could actually help them win a lot more deals from other companies because they look at Workhorse and say, hey, they won this massive deal with USPS. They now earn their reputation as a trusted player. Maybe we'll also look into going with them for our fleet. So I mean, a speculative investment or long-term investment in this company today could pan out very well, but I will say this, it is highly risky because it's completely dependent on one single catalyst, in my opinion, which is going to happen in just a few weeks. We could very well see the stock rally as we approach that date. And if there's bad news, they don't win the deal, look out below. But if they do win the deal, this stock could pop massively the next day as tons of new money will probably start flowing into this company. That deal would essentially solidify them to be around for quite a while. It'll help them with their cash, it'll help them with their fundamentals, it'll help them with pretty much everything required to run the business. And like I said, it could help put them on the path to success. Now guys, am I investing in this stock? I don't think this one's for me. I think I'm going to pass on this, but I'm going to watch this closely, and if you guys want an update video as we get closer to July 14th, let me know and I can make that happen. As you know, I'm personally invested in NIO, in Tesla, and most recently in Helion, so I have more than enough exposure to this EV space, and I do love this space, but this one just seems like too high of a speculative bet. It's too short term, and it's just all riding on this one contract, which they could possibly win or could possibly lose. Guys, if you did buy into this stock, I wish you all the best. I hope you make a ton of money on this. Let me know in the comment section down below if your profits on this, or if you're holding the stock, or if you're interested in this company at all. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching, regardless of whether you invest in the stock or not. I appreciate you watching till the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.